Hi guys, I'm playing Fortnite. I'm playing this on Xbox Cloud Gaming Beta, and as you know, I have the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. The 5 is connected to a dock. There's two HDMI cables that are connected to my monitor, which is a gaming monitor, which is the AOC gaming monitor, 24-inch, supports 144 hertz. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 supports 60 hertz and 160 hertz. Let's see, what else can I say? Oh yeah, I've got a VX4 wired game controller that's connected to this. Let me try and chop this tree down and help my dude out. The wired controller is this one. That's the VX4 premium wired controller. I've also got an ADX RGB gaming mouse. It's got RGB on the left and the right side, and it's got the changes lights. This is connected to the DEX. I have the mini keyboard, which is this one here, that's connected as well. The shortcut keys do work here. They do work on DEX, but it's flashing yellow because it's not connected properly. Like I have to go into settings. The reason that it flashes green means it's actually connected. All of this is being powered by a 67 watt adapter that I got from my days of having the Nothing Phone 2A, which is a 67 watt fast charger. Fast adapter. That's what's powering the dock that I'm using. The dock itself only has the mini keyboard adapter, which is a tiny little thing you put in the USB port for that mini keyboard I just showed you guys. Also, the wired controller is obviously it's wired, so it's connected via USB port. And then the other thing I have, wait, is that a dude? I couldn't see it properly. Where did he go? I think he jumped down or something. Oh, he jumped off. Oh, damn, Ginch. Oh, wow. Right. So, the things that are connected to the dock are a 67 watts adapter with a Type-C cable. The dock has power delivery, which supports up to 100 watts. The adapter I'm using actually only supports up to about, oh man, the dock only supports 67 watts, but it's still okay. It's not 100 watts, but 67 watts. It's fine. It's actually a phone adapter. It's not a gaming adapter of any sort, but it's an official Nothing Phone 2A adapter that I had purchased when I got the phone, and it's a 67 watt adapter. It's a fast charging adapter, so it is powering everything that I'm using, as you guys see me doing now. So everything's been powered by that adapter that came with that phone, the Nothing Phone 2A. Of course, the new phone is the Nothing Phone 3A, but I'm just saying that's where my adapter came from. I kept the adapter when I sold my phone, and I liked the adapter. I just swapped it with the Samsung super, that super fast charging adapter that supported 25 or 20 watts or something like that. And I liked the adapter. I wanted to keep it, so I kept it. Anyway, long story short, I've got two HDMI ports on the dock. One HDMI cable is just the normal cable that is actually connected. This is connected. I'm gonna go back if I can. Crash them dudes. Oh, damn it. Right. So one of the cables is a proper thick HDMI cable. It's connected at the back of the monitor there. So it's just a normal HDMI cable. The other cable is a Type-C, which supports 4K resolution. So it's actually a Type-C to HDMI cable, but it supports 4K. So if I had just connected that cable from the phone to the monitor, instant connection, because it supports Type 3.2 or 3.1 video out from the Type-C to the HDMI port, which is 4K. So basically with that, no problem. But then this wouldn't work. This would not work. The mini keypad would not work because these will not be connected. It just be the phone directly to the monitor. And then how am I supposed to use the phone, or gaming? Well, I could buy a DualSense controller. There's a PS5 gamepad. You connect that via Bluetooth, and yes, you could play your games. But the other problem is, how do you charge your phone? Because the cable doesn't support charging. It's just video output. So the way I have it working is the dock has a Type-C cable that's connected to the phone. The adapter that supports 67 watts is with the Type-C is connected to the dock that's got power delivery because it's got two Type-C ports. The other port supports video output is actually connected with the USB Type-C to the HDMI that supports 4K resolution. So that's actually from there to the dock, it's connected. There's two of them. So if you notice that, that's the thicker HDMI port. The other one, I think it's that one, or no, it's that one there. That's the one that's the Type-C to the HDMI. So there's two HDMIs connected. I don't know if I disconnect one of those, which one is going to continue to show the video, because that would mean less cables on the dock itself. So I do not know which one is actually outputting the video. I'm just trying to be as honest as possible. I haven't checked. So I don't know is it the Type-C that supports 3.2 with the Type-C to the video, which is the HDMI supports 4K resolution, or is the HDMI to HDMI that is actually outputting the video from the dock to the Samsung Z Fold 5 to the AOC gaming monitor. I don't know which one is supporting the video at the moment. Why didn't I check on it? Well, at the time, I was trying to get my JSOX dock to work with my Samsung since last night. I couldn't get them to work together. It kept saying driver disconnected, monitor disconnected. Then the DEX would like glitch in and out, in and out. I'll try and watch a video, then I'll get bored and think, well, maybe the gaming is a problem. Let me watch a video then, like YouTube. Let me just watch one of my YouTube videos. Still the same problem. It will glitch. When I say glitch in and out, it's like the screen goes black, but there's still sound. The video's gone. And it keeps saying the driver's disconnected. And I'm like, what driver? Because this is a phone. It's not a PC. It's not a computer. So what driver does it want connected? The JSOX dock, I'll show you now because I've got the JSOX dock, is this dude here. It's got a Type-C cable. It's got two USB 3.2A ports, the blue ports. Got two Type-C ports. One supports video, the other supports power delivery up to 100 watts. HDMI supports 4K, and it's got Ethernet port. That was bought for my Asus ROG Ally. You can see it's still got the plastic, it's still brand new. Got this from Amazon for about $40. It's got the Type-C cable on top there. This was saying driver disconnected. It would not show a perfect display of the game. It would just disconnect continuously, and it got so frustrating that I thought I almost gave up. I I just thought this is never going to work. This will never work. Maybe I was foolhardy in selling my Asus ROG Ally. Maybe I shouldn't have sold it. This was a wasted investment. That's what I thought. I thought this was a wasted investment. I'm never going to... damn it. I thought I was never going to reap the rewards. You understand? Because I sold the ROG Ally to CX. I think they gave me like $200. I actually bought the ROG Ally for $300, so I lost $100. But it wasn't a bad deal. I did use it for a while. It was a used Asus ROG Ally. Even though it was boxed, it was a used device, you understand? So it wasn't like brand new. It was second hand, but it was in good condition, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm not complaining. I'm not saying like, I wish I got more. No, I think it was fair because I bought it for $300, sold it for $200. And all I had to add was $200, and I got the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. Now, I've stated this many times. I've said that I feel like the owner, the person who probably sold this Samsung, sold it not because they didn't want the phone. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I feel that the person that sold this sold it because they sold this because they could not update the phone. Now I know you're gonna be thinking, how do I know that? Well, I'll tell you how I know. You know, so so I think this person must have tried to update the phone and failed to update it. And in the course of failing to update the phone, got so frustrated that they sold the phone. Now, how do I know this? How am I sure that this is the cause of the reason of why the person sold it? My reasoning capacity is this: the person did not provide the cable for the the cable for the phone. They also did not provide the box. They did not provide the adapter for the phone. You know, normally when you sell something that you don't use anymore, you get rid of everything, right? I mean, that's just common sense. You're selling something, you don't need it anymore. You've got something better, and you simply do not need anything else because naturally, whatever you have must be doing a much better job. Yes, so you sell what you don't need because what you have is doing something that is preferably better. Or that's my analogy. That's the way I think about things. I don't know if I'm wrong in saying so, but that's what I think. And I got to be quicker on this thing. Right. So my thinking process is the person got so frustrated with the fact that he could not update the Samsung Z Fold 5 that he sold it. That's what I think. I think whoever sold this phone didn't sell it with the intention of selling it. They sold it because they were frustrated. Now, I told you guys there's a hack in updating your Samsung Z Fold 5 to Android 15. Now, how do you update it? It all depends with the network you're using. If you're using a 3 network, a TNT network, I don't know what country you're in, but if you're using a different network, try to buy a SIM card that does actually supports the the update. So, for example, certain countries use 3 network, or what they call EE, and EE is just a network that is used in certain European countries. So what I'm saying is, by simply swapping the SIM card out of your phone, you will be able to update your Samsung Z Fold 5 or 4 to Android 15 just by swapping the SIM card. That's it. That's the answer. There's no magic portion for this. There's no magic formula. It's just swapping the SIM card. Swap the SIM card for a SIM card which you definitely know supports the update, and that's it. That's the answer. That's how you get it. That's how you get the update on your phone. How did I find this out? I bought the phone for $400. Didn't come with a charger. Didn't come with an adapter. It didn't come with a cable. Didn't come with a box. No manuals. Nothing. Not even a stylus. Nothing came with this phone. It's almost like the person had abandoned the phone. Like I said, you only do that when you're frustrated with something. That's the only time you would abandon something you love. Because if you truly love something, you're not going to give up everything you've got on it, right? If you like something, you're going to keep certain things about that particular phone, especially if you're going to buy another phone that is similar to the phone you had. Maybe you think the phone's not working properly. You say, oh, I can't update it, so there must be something wrong with it. So therefore, I will keep the adapter because I probably need this for the other phone that I'm going to buy. Naturally, he's probably going to buy another Fold phone. So that's my analogy on this. He's probably so frustrated with not being able to update it that he's decided to keep certain elements of the adapter, the cables, because he's probably going to buy a similar phone. You understand? So when I went in the shop, they said to me, no adapter, no cable, no nothing on the phone. You're not getting anything with this phone. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. I was not really bothered. I wasn't like, okay, that's an issue. Can I have something else? No, I was like, cool, no problem. I will totally. Wait, where's the thing? It's underground. Check this out. Oh, you have to select it. That's madness. Right. So they told me no cable, no adapter, no box, no manuals. And I was like, is this phone working or what? Well, why would someone just abandon Samsung? Samsungs make great phones, especially foldable phones. And this phone was like $400. I was like, they were like, it's usable. When she said usable, I thought, damn, this phone must be like on its last legs. Maybe there's something wrong with the phone. That's why it's been sold for $400. Maybe they don't really want me to come back to the shop with this. It's like one of those buy now type deals. Here's a 7-day warranty type thing. Good luck with this this phone, but we're not even sure if it's going to work much longer. That type of situation. But due to the fact that I wanted the phone, when you want something, you take the risk. I just thought, you know what? I'm going to take a risk. I looked at the phone. I put in my SIM card. I asked them, can I just see if it charges it? No problem. They said everything works on it. So I said, why do you say it's usable? The guy didn't explain the reason why he was saying it's usable. He simply said that it was usable, and that's it. That's all I could take from this. It's usable. And I was like, oh, right, it's usable. Can I use my SIM? Yes, you can use a SIM card. Ah, damn. I got the first, dude. I got the first one. I didn't get the second one. He said it's usable. It's like, so I'm looking at this dude and I'm like, it's usable. I said to him, is this unlocked? He said, yes. Does it charge? He said, yes. So I said to him, what do you mean by it's usable? And he said that it's an old phone. That's all he said. It's an old phone. And he says it's usable. So I was like, okay, am I buying something that's gonna live for like a day and then die the next day? I'm paying $400 for something that is usable. And at this stage, I'm thinking I could just buy another phone, right? But I've traveled for almost an hour in the morning to get this phone. I saw this on the internet. I just wanted the phone. I'm serious. I still had my Rogue Ally on me at the time before I sold it to CX, but I wanted the phone. I just wanted this phone. I couldn't sleep when I saw it online. I just wanted this phone. I seriously wanted to have another Samsung Z Fold 5 because, like I said, I'm a student. I wasn't studying at all because I am studying. I'm doing a certain course and I'm going to be doing a degree later on this year. So I can't have distractions, But I want to game. I still want to play my games. I still want access to gaming, but I want to multitask. I want to get my notifications. And I'll show you this because if I just keep talking about it, you're going to say, well, you haven't shown the notifications. Fine. I'll show you the notifications. These are notifications, all of this stuff, all of this. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in here. And most of it is emails. Some of it is news. It's some Google stuff. And then if I want to check what I've got enabled, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, dark mode. If I turn off dark mode, all this will get lighter, I think. But I don't know. There you go. It changes. But I don't want the dark mode. It goes back to this. It's got media. It's got device control. This one is YouTube. It's telling me I was watching Counter-Strike on one of my channels. So that is just, those are like your media center stuff. And then this one is the calendar, and anything you've got in your calendar will show up in here. So it's a mini calendar. That's your media output, device control stuff. You've got your notifications, like I said, everything from missed phone calls, messages, emails, news. This is for your volume. It's connected via Bluetooth. I can also change it. It's got system volume. It's got Bixby. It's got notifications. It's got these other control stuff. All of those seem to be turned off. It's also got captions, but captions is also turned off. This is caption. It's off right now. It's also got settings. So if I go into here and I tap on this icon for settings, it produces this. And in here, you can see I can change all the stuff. AI assistant, alarm, use volume buttons for media, system, notifications, media, ringtone, and then on top here it's got media volume limit. I can limit the volume. I can also use custom limits and all that stuff. And what else do I have? I've got the keyboard over here. I've got the language, and I've got accessibility because I've got something else in there. This is screen capture. I don't know if that's video or something. And then I got the home button, back button. I have the multitasking button here. I can close all or just one of them. I don't want to close Fortnite. Let me just tap on A, so at least my character won't just be drifting off into the sunlight. I have search. I can search for items in here. It's got download, screenshots, Galaxy AI, what's new, notifications, Edge, Chrome, Equalizer, Easy Clean. It's just, or I can search for something in here. I've also got all the apps. This is the apps thing. It shows all my apps. I can select another app to run alongside this Fortnite, which is running on Edge. It's cloud gaming. I can open up a different game or a different app as well that can run alongside Fortnite, but it will cause a bit of lag because it is streaming. It's got lock DEX, exec DEX, all this stuff. I can close that. I have some things here, emails, gallery, that's like photos, settings. I got the Google, I got internet, I got my files, I got Play Store as well. That's open over here. And basically, I don't know if that's going to open. Let's see. I've not tested all these things out. So let me see if this does open. Right, so there's your Galaxy Store stuff. And yeah, so it all works. I can make this wider. Okay, so this works with scroll wheel. Scroll wheel is working. And that is your Play Store stuff. Oh, no. Okay. It thinks I wanted to do something. Let me just close this thing. I don't want this running in the background. Gonna close that. Just gonna tap anyway, and there you go. I can also resize this, make it smaller, or make this the same size it was before. Or I can make this widescreen. I can also make this widescreen if I want to. So I can do, there's a lot of, the possibilities on what you can do on DEX with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 are endless. There is no limitations that I can see. You can add different apps running on DEX. I can play a game and watch a YouTube video. I can do my work, my coursework, and watch a video if I need to, because my coursework does involve something along the lines of philosophy. So if I wanted to watch something that I find important about somebody I do not understand, and I'm doing my coursework, remember, and I want to know who this person is that I'm actually studying about, you know, like my coursework does involve me doing a few essays. Well, not an essay, but I need to explain to the best of my, what can I say about this thing? Trying to find the words for it. Right, so I hate, you know what? I'm swapping it because I don't like shotguns. Right, so let's say I'm doing something, I'm doing a module that involves me particularly, where the hell is this thing coming from? I'm trying to check. Right, let me get this. Okay. Okay, is this guy driving? Oh, it's me. Right, I'm doing a module that requires me to understand the person that I'm writing about. So they may ask you certain questions. What do you understand about this belief system? What's this dude doing? Is he destroying the car? What's he saying? Help. Oh, so is that a teammate? Oh, damn. I didn't understand that. Why have that thing there? Right. So listen to what I'm saying. I am simply saying that I wanted something that can multitask. I want something that can play games. Wait, can I get on this? I want something that can multitask. I want something that can play games. And if something does occur whereby I do need to have Sorry, I just want to swap these weapons out a bit. I want to get this back in. Right, then swap that one for this one. And we're all done. Right, so for example, my coursework does require me at times to understand the people that I am writing about. You understand? So I'm doing philosophy. So the course that I'm doing does require me to read a lot about the people that I need to write about. You understand? So it's just coursework that I'm currently doing. It's a course I'm doing. I may be going into, well, I will be doing a degree later on this year. And I just find DEX so useful. Nice one. Thank you for dropping in. Right. So I find DEX so useful because I can now watch a video, do my coursework, and I can do all of this while, potentially playing a game in the background. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds kind of weird when I say it like that, but it's true, isn't it? I can do all of this stuff. Well, okay, I'm gonna go down there. I can do all of this stuff, all of this multitasking on one screen with one phone, and I could do my work, watch a YouTube video, understand the person that I need to write about, understand his background, understand the work that he's done in history or philosophy or whatever you want to call it, and understand the benefits of what this particular person has brought to the field. Like, I don't know what else to call it. Like, the stuff that I'm doing mostly is just it's philosophy. I don't know what else to describe it as. You need to write about people. You need to write about these other philosopher people. You need to understand their points of view. You need to understand where they grew up, where they're from, what countries they come from, their history they come from. There's a lot of stuff you need to understand. You can't get all of that from coursework. There's a lot of reading. It gets boring. I get bored. I want to listen to music sometimes. I just want to take a break. I can't do that when I'm on a computer. I can't do that when I'm on a phone. Like, I get carried away so easily, and then I start trying. Damn it. I start. I don't know what the word is. I'm not someone who can focus easily on coursework. I get bored easily. I get carried away if things are getting too much. When I say too much, I mean like boring, like so boring that I'm getting bored of the work I'm doing. Then I lose concentration. And when I lose concentration, I simply can't go back to what I was doing the first time. So that's why I'm saying I'm glad that I got this. Damn, don't know where this person is gone. Gonna kill me now. So I don't know how else to explain it. I'm simply saying I'm happy that I got the Z45 because I've realized that now my dream of having the multimedia system that I wanted the flexibility of taking a break, watching a YouTube video, watching a movie, playing a game on cloud gaming, playing my Fortnite here and there. I wanted access to my notifications. I still want to know what's going on in the world of YouTube. I still want to know what's happening in society. Those kind of things. So, oh damn it! I don't even know why I started swapping weapons. He was landing. I was looking at the weapons. Right, listen. I'm saying that I'm happy with the choice that I made because I finally come. Wow. I finally bought something that will allow me to watch a YouTube video alongside my coursework. Imagine this. I have to write a short, brief summary about someone who I've never met. Someone I don't know nothing about this other character, this other person. I know nothing about this other character. I know nothing about this other character, and I need to write an essay about this, the person I'm writing about. What's the best thing that you could have access to? Is more reading? No, because more reading is gonna make it more boring. You understand? I'm sorry to say this, but that's the kind of person I am. I cannot stay focused on reading the whole day. I just can't do it. It's gonna get boring for me. I'm gonna be so bored with what I'm doing, and it's just not gonna be good for my coursework, because if I get bored with something, I might not want. Uh, I may not be motivated to complete the module that I'm supposed to do because I'm doing philosophy. You see, I might be put off the entire subject for a couple of days, which would not be good for my coursework, because the more you delay, the longer it takes for you to complete the course you're doing. I only have 2 years to complete the course I'm doing. So what I'm saying is, the fact that I've got access to my notes, to my notifications. If someone calls me, because I'm using a Bluetooth speaker, I will be able to answer either by disconnecting, because it's only one cable that's connected to my phone, the Type-C cable. I can simply disconnect that cable and definitely have access to my phone. I can just disconnect it, answer the call, talk to the person, put it back with the connection back on DEX, which is via the settings, because I have it set to, once it's connected to HDMI, it should just automatically go into DEX. You understand? So the way I have it set is that once any HDMI cable is connected to the phone, to a monitor or something, the DEX will automatically start. You understand? So what I'm basically saying is that I'm happy now because I now can watch a video about the particular people that I would be writing about. So if I'm writing a particular topic on history, and I want a more in-depth view on the person that I'm writing about, I want to know more about the person that I'm writing about. I want to know more about their history, their background, the society at the time. You know, philosophy covers a lot of things, right? I can watch a YouTube video alongside my coursework. You can multitask on DeX, on the Samsung. You can multitask. You can have a window, because I've got Firefox, I've got Edge, I use Opera, the mini launcher. Oh my words. Damn it. I don't know why I started building. Right, so what I'm saying is, I have access now to watching a video alongside my coursework, and I can listen to some music when I get a bit tired, you know? When I say tired, it's like when my mind starts to wander off. Because I've noticed that when I start reading a lot, like for a long period of time without doing something different, just for a few minutes, I linger off or I lose focus on what I'm doing. So I'll show you what I mean. Because if I just keep talking about it, you'll be like, okay, show us an example then. I will show you a quick example. I'll put this right over here, and I'll open up a different browser, and just to show you what I'm trying to explain, what I could not do before. For example, I've got an iPhone. There's a lot of things you can do on iPhone, but there's particular things you can't do on an iPhone. And those particular things could involve, a lot of things, right? So here, let me see, can I produce the keyboard? Okay, so the keyboard does come up on my phone, right? So I've got a stylus, I've got this dude right here. I need to type in something. Let me look for it. Let me just type in philosophy, if I can spell it correctly. Right, so I'm going to use the mouse. I'm going to use my mouse here, philosophy. I think this is taking me to desktop website, is it? Let's say I go to images, I go to videos of people talking about this, you know. So what I'm saying is, the game is here, it's still working, and I'm in a browser. I'm multitasking. I know what you're thinking. Okay, 2 browsers. All right, no problem, because I know people will be like, it's just 2 browsers. All right, let me minimize Fortnite. I want to show you how powerful DEX is, because I know a lot of people be like, nah, it's just. So okay, you're doing philosophy, that's fine. You got images, no problem. Okay, I'm trying to prove a point here. I'm trying to say you can multitask on this. This is not just YouTube, like watch YouTube and that's it. No, I'm actually talking about actual multitasking. Like you've got different apps running on the same screen and you're doing different things here. Trying to look for a different browser, one that's not gonna disturb the others, because some of these require my, my touching and stuff, fingerprint stuff. So I need one that's just going to open up. The only one I can think of is this search one. You see? So, right. So as soon as you tap on this, I'm going to show you something interesting. The game is playing. It's still playing. It's just that because I've got the mouse out, right? So I'm going to show you guys what is currently taking place on the phone. So you don't say there's the keyboard, right? So I'm going to type in like YouTube. I'm using a stylus. So I'm going to say YouTube, right? YouTube. And then I'm going to type the same thing, philosophy, because that's what I'm studying. How does philosophy choose? Right. So basically, I use a stylus. There's a keyboard. I still have access to I'm using a mouse, by the way. This DEX gaming mouse. So I'm gonna go here to YouTube philosophy. Let's see. I'm gonna click on this one, and I want to watch a video or something. Then I'm gonna tap on the short.
But I want you to take it personal. And my personal question to you is why?
There you go. I've got all of these apps running at the same time with a game in the background. And not only that, I can resize all of these apps to suit the gaming environment or the environment that I'm in. And I can replace them or put them in different sections depending on the priority of why I need them. You understand? So I can reshape these. I'm trying to reshape it in such a way that they're usable. You understand? So like I said, I'm doing philosophy. I'm using my scroll wheel. That's a scroll wheel. See? It's a scroll wheel. It's not me messing about. I'm trying to show you that you can multitask on this. The phone is active. One cable. It's fully charged 100%. That's the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 right there. It's connected with one cable. It is fully charged 100%. It's charging with one cable. That keyboard, I just need to get into settings to get it to work because I need to use the typing. It does recognize it as an external keyboard. Now, we're going to go back here. Fortnite is still playing. That's cloud gaming. That's a YouTube short about philosophy. Those are images. These are two different browsers. That's Edge. That's, what's the name of this one? Sorry, I need to go into this. Right, I've got Firefox with the images of philosophy. I got Search as a browser, and that's some man talking about philosophy, or maybe it's a philosopher. I've got Edge running Fortnite, all on one monitor. Things that I could possibly never do properly. I could never do these things properly on anything other than the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 running with DEX. So to minimize all of these, I can't do that. But I do prefer, like I said, I do prefer to have these closed because I feel like it may interrupt the gameplay somewhat. To close these, you simply have to go there and select Firefox, the X, and close, search X and close. You don't need to tap this, just tap anywhere in the middle here and you go straight back into your gaming. And you see I've resized it. It hasn't closed the game. It still knows I'm here. I'm still active. See? And I'm using it, all playing this. See? Everything works. I'm using all of this, all on the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 on the AOC gaming monitor with just a few things, particulars that I said you require. You're going to require either a Type-C to HDMI port. The other thing you're going to require is trying to think of the other thing you're going to need. You're going to require a power source, a power delivery, like at least 100-watt adapter. If you can buy one, they're cheap. They're cheap on Amazon or eBay. You can get them for like $30. The reason for that is depends on what devices you're gonna be using. Man, my aiming is so bad. The devices I'm talking about is: are you using a wired controller? Are you using a RGB gaming mouse? or is your mouse just an ordinary mouse? I don't know what kind of mouse you're using. Are you using a keypad that is a physical keypad that's recognized by the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 that you would want to use, because this does require power. I mean, the adapter thing needs to be connected to some power source, connected to something that recognizes it. And the Samsung does recognize this as a external keyboard. So you're not just going to be stuck with something that's non-compliant, something that's not recognized. It will recognize your external keypad. So this is not just you having something and that's the end of it. No, it will work. So what I'm saying is you're going to need a power source, power delivery of some sort. You're going to need I'm trying to think of the other thing. HDMI cable of some kind. Oh man, is that where I'm coming from? You're going to need some... Wow. Oh damn, look where I've come to. All right, you know what? It's not so bad. Let me just get to this thingy here. I'm going to use this to go back up. Right, you're going to need a power source. That's an adapter. Like I said, something hopefully that supports at least 100 watts because depending on what you're going to be having connected to your Samsung, utilizing the... Sorry, I'm trying to think of so many things while I play the game. You're going to need a power source and adapter that supports at least 100 watts, depending on what you've got attached to the dock. You're going to need a Type-C to HDMI port, cable, that supports 4K resolution, or, I think all of them do support 4K resolutions. Or you can have an HDMI cable that supports 4K, or you don't really need 4K. I'm just saying, I think they all come like that. They all do come with the 4K thing, You're just going to get something that does have that, hopefully. And you're going to get it. You understand? So you need a power source, an adapter, which is, you need a dock that supports power delivery, at least 100 watts. The dock needs to at least have a second Type-C port, because this is what's going to help you in terms of... Oh, is this thing stuck? Wait, let me get out of this thing. Right, now I can drive this thing. Right, you're going to need a power source. You're going to need a dock that supports 2 Type-C ports. At least the second port should support that video out. I think they normally call the USB-C 3.1 or 3.2. Those are the ones that support the video output to an HDMI, it's like a Type-C to HDMI cable, or the HDMI to HDMI cable. The dock needs to support at least 2 Type-Cs, because sometimes it could be that HDMI port doesn't actually work with your phone. I don't know if you've got a Samsung, you might not have a Samsung phone, you might have a different device that you use. So I'm just simply saying, don't go by my words that, oh, this man has said that all you need is, all you're definitely going to need is the HDMI. Because, like I said, I do have HDMI and I do have the Type-C with HDMI connected to my AOC gaming monitor. And I still don't know which one is actually providing the video output. So I know this sounds a bit weird, like why not test it? Well, I am going to test it. The issue is I'm playing a game, and I've been so heavily excited because yesterday, like I said, I couldn't get this any of this stuff to work with the JSOC dock, which I did buy for my Asus ROG Ally, which I was surprised because it kept saying something about a driver disconnecting. Like I said in the morning, I almost gave up on trying. I was so close to giving up. I was just like, you know what, this isn't working. It kept saying driver disconnected. It was saying monitor disconnected. Then DEX kept going in and out of the, the screen kept going black, like just dark black, but with sound. and then black again. You know, it was glitching in and out. So I did not sleep last night. I was so frustrated. I was just like, why is this not working? Why can't I get this to work? So if you understand, my frustration was so high yesterday that I just didn't want to jinx the whole thing. So getting it to work with my older dock, which I stated I've had this dock since the Steam Deck era, the pre-order days, LCD original version Steam Deck. So this is how old my dock is. And my dock does have more ports than the JSOX dock. It's got 5 USB ports, 3 of which are actually USB 3 ports because those are blue. Ah, damn. It's got 2 Type-C ports. One is supports video, the other supports power delivery up to 100 watts. It's got 2 HDMI ports. They both support 4K resolution. It's got 2 micro SD card slots. One is the smaller micro SD card slot. The other is the adapter one, where you can put the micro SD card in an adapter and put it in the dock. Then it's got an Ethernet port. It's got a 3.5 millimeter jack port, which means you can connect a speaker to the dock, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, but it does have that slot there. And then it's got a SCAT connection, which is weird because SCAT is kind of old. You know, the SCAT connection thing is got, I don't know if it's a SCAT connection, but it has a weird older port on it. I think it's a SCAT connection. My monitor, this monitor actually has that. I don't think it's SCAT. It's a smaller thing. You know those one where you have to screw it in and then you kind of connect the other side to the dock. And then the one you connect to the monitor, it's got those 2 screws. I don't know what you call that thing, if it's a SCAT connection. I don't know the name, so I just say SCAT connection. That's what I can think of. What else can I say? The other things it's got. So I said 2 Type-Cs, one supports power delivery, the other supports video, 2 HDMI ports, both support 4K, 2 micro SD card slots. One is for the adapter, the other is for the smaller SD card. If you don't have the adapter, you can still use a micro SD card. It's got Ethernet port, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which is can attach a speaker with the cable, just one cable. Then it's got the SCAT connection at the back of it and the Ethernet port on it. And it's got, and then it's got the cable, which is the Type-C cable. And that's it. But it's got more ports than the JSOX. And I paid like $28, I think $28 2 years ago for that dock. Whereas for the JSOX dock, I paid $40 and the JSOX dock cannot provide the same quality or the same performance as the older dock that I have, that I bought 2 years ago when the Steam Deck. Whenever the Steam Deck, if it's 3 years ago, it could be 3 years ago when the Steam Deck was first announced to the world. You know, when Steam Valve was still making a secret console and they released a Steam Deck and people had to pre-order, and the people used to sell it for like $2,000, $1,000. You know, when there were scalpers and all that stuff on eBay. You know what I mean? Back in the day. This is how old my dock is. It's about 2 to 3 years old. Versus the JSOX, which I showed you guys. This is the JSOX. Doesn't work with my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. Yes, it does connect it, but it will keep saying driver, what's this? Driver disconnected. Driver, if it's not the driver, it'll produce sound and the video will just go out. It's just a black screen. And this happened to me all night long. I couldn't get this to work. I ended up thinking maybe there's something wrong with the Samsung. Maybe it's the Samsung that's got the problem. Maybe this is not a issue with the JSOX dock. Maybe it's just the phone itself that has a problem. Maybe that's the issue. That's what I thought. That's where my thought process was. But little did I know or realize that it had nothing to do with the Samsung. And I even told you guys there's a trick on how to update the Samsung. You just need to change the SIM card to whatever network is providing the current update in your country, and that's it. That's how you get this. That's how you get. That's how you get the update, the Android 15 and the UI 7 to be. That's how you get your phone basically. Wow, can I drink this? That's how you get everything updated on your phone. Sorry, I was trying to say the word updated. That's how you get everything working properly. Just remove. Okay, I can't use this. Well, I can use it later, can't I? Sorry. Just change the SIM card that you've got on your phone. I get 6 of these. Oh, damn. Just change the SIM card in your Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 or Z Fold 5 to a network that does support the Android 15 update. That's it. And go into your updates, and your phone will automatically update. It will update to the latest Android 15. So if you are having issues with your Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, it's not updating, something's wrong, nothing wrong with your phone. Just find out in your country which SIM card or which network is providing the update and buy a SIM card. I know it sounds a bit dumb. You're not going to use it. It doesn't matter. Just buy that SIM card for that network. As long as your Samsung Z Fold 3 or 2 or 1, or you've got the first generation or whatever, and that supports Android 15, as long as that network does support the update, put that SIM card into your phone, into your Samsung phone, your Fold phone, and it will go into your updates if the update is available in your country with that network that you've bought that SIM card, and you will be able to update your phone, and that's it. You will get the Android 15, and you will get the UI 7. You'll get all the updates. That's all you got to do. It's simple. It's not complicated. I know a lot of people are probably like, I'll never use this. It doesn't matter. You're just doing it because you want to use it that one time. That one time to update your phone. That's it. You remove the SIM card, it's updated, put back your SIM, you've got Android 15 UI 7.1, and that's it. And after that, you know Android doesn't go backwards, it goes forward. And then you've got the new update.